Hey everyone, in this tutorial we're going to take a look at how you can take things like character hair and accessory that you've created in Blender and convert them into Reallusion assets for use on your character creator characters. In the previous video of this series, we walked through the process of creating this badass looking blue orc dude here, and now we're going to accessorize him. First we'll want to ensure that our character is in the same pose in both programs to avoid having to realign the accessories upon import. So from the timeline in CC, click on Restore Bind Pose. Then we can begin to create the accessories in Blender. You can model, unwrap UVs, and create materials in Blender using any of your preferred workflows. This tutorial is more about demonstrating the import pipeline, so we won't go into the modeling details here. You can also create textures in other software and import them into Blender, like I'm doing here with 3D Coat. Once you're finished, select all of the accessories in your Blender outliner and then click on Export Accessory in the Auto Setup panel. This will save all of your accessories to a single FBX, which you can disassemble later in Character Creator and save separately if you want. In CC, go ahead and click on Accessory from the Create menu and import that FBX. You have the option to merge all of the meshes upon import, or click Cancel to keep them separate. In the Scene Manager, you can see they've all now been imported as accessories. If you encounter a situation where the textures import incorrectly, like with the beard here, you'll need to manually export those textures from Blender and assign them to the correct channels. Okay, let's run a test motion to see the results. Since we've imported these meshes as accessories, they'll automatically be attached to the nearest bone. Unfortunately, sometimes this may require some tweaking, as some need to be converted into clothing instead. The items like weapons, headpieces, and earrings don't need any adjustments here, but we need to convert the clothing items in order to assign them proper skin weights. You can see that the club is correctly attached to the hand bone, while the horns are attached to the head bone. The earrings are also fine attached to the head bone, unless of course you have a character with detachable ears. Let's start with the shoes then. Once they're selected, you'll find an option to transfer skin weights in the Modify panel, with Shoe preset provided. These presets will work 99.9% of the time for their specific purpose, but you can always go in and do manual skin weight adjustments if needed. In this case, we're looking just fine, so let's move on to the pants. And this time, use the default preset, which is used for most clothing. And follow suit with the other clothing items. Note that each accessory type will have its own unique icon in the Scene Manager as well. Everything is looking fine for the clothing, so lastly let's move on to the facial hair, which can be saved as yet another type of accessory. With the beard selected, I'll click on Create Hair, Brows, and Beard, and will be prompted to reset the facial expression for better accuracy. There are a couple of beard options, so choose the one that best suits the one you just imported. You can use the Edit Facial tool to test the results. Let's repeat that process for our character's tuft of hair on top, this time choosing the base All template. We can run another test motion to ensure that we don't have his hair flying off, which would be embarrassing even for an orc. Make sure you try a few test motions before finalizing your character, as each accessory, clothing, and facial hair type is unique and may require further tweaking. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.